Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's new Secretary of Defense and the Senate. Hegseth was confirmed as the new SECDEF. It took a tie-breaking vote from the Vice President for Hegseth to obtain the position. There's a lot to be said about this whole situation. 3 Republican senators crossed the aisle to attempt to block his confirmation. Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine joined Mitch McConnell in voting no. McConnell released a statement saying, quote, "Mr. Hegseth has failed, as yet, to demonstrate that he will pass this test. But as he assumes office, the consequences of failure are as high as they have ever been." This is a lot of reluctance from the Senate, not just from the 3 Republicans, but from the Senate as a body. For historical context, in all of American history, there have only been 9 cabinet nominations rejected by the Senate. All but 3 were in the 1800s. And there have now been 2 tie votes. Both of those were Trump nominees. McConnell is certainly considering the gravity of the situation and the reality that the Secretary of Defense has a lot of control over the most powerful military the world has ever known. When the stakes are that high, any reluctance or doubt might be cause for a no vote. From a partisan like McConnell, a vote like this is a signal that McConnell is going to be a thorn in the side of Trump for a while. He signaled that he would be pushing back against Trump's isolationist foreign policy, but this is the first time we've seen it in a vote. Now, here's the thing about this whole situation. The Republican Senate now owns this completely. Hegseth may surprise everybody and be an incredibly successful SECDEF. But if he doesn't surprise everyone, every single person who voted to confirm bears the blame. It was a tie vote. That means that every senator had the deciding vote in their hand. There were a number of senators who expressed their doubts, but caved to political pressure and voted in favor of confirmation. Members of the U.S. Armed Forces will live, hopefully, with the effects of that decision. McConnell also had this to say: "The most consequential cabinet official in any administration is the Secretary of Defense. In the face of the gravest threats to U.S. national security interests since World War II, this position is even more important today. Major adversaries are working close together to undermine U.S. interest around the world, and America's military capabilities and defense industrial capacity are increasingly insufficient to deter or prevail in major conflict with China or Russia, especially given the real risk of simultaneous challenges from other adversaries like Iran or North Korea." Regardless of half of the Senate's reservations, Hegseth is now the 29th Secretary of Defense and is now in charge of about 3 million military and civilian personnel and about $1 trillion budget. However this turns out, the Senate owns this. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.